As Yves Saint Laurent once said, "I wish I had invented blue jeans. They have expression, modesty, sex appeal, simplicity, all I hope for in my clothes." When people say jeans, they're usually referring to a pair of Levi's. The brand is known for its iconic two-horse logo, red tab, Batwing Logo, and the arcuate design stitching. Everyone knows Levi's logos, but where do they come from? Surprisingly, it can all be traced back to a Nevada tailor called Jacob Davis. But let's rewind a little. Leib Strauss, who later changed his name to Levi in the 1850s, was a German immigrant in New York. In 1853, Strauss moved to San Francisco to open up a West Coast branch of his brother's New York wholesale dry goods business. Jacob Davis, who was one of Strauss's customers, approached him with an idea that kickstarted the Levi's brand. After a laborer's wife had asked him to make a pair of pants for her husband that wouldn't fall apart, Davis experimented with ways to strengthen trousers. Eventually, he landed on adding metal rivets at points of strain, like pocket corners and the base of the button fly. Those pants were a hit, and Davis realized he needed a business partner to file a patent. That's where Levi Strauss comes in. The duo patented their product on May 20th, 1873. The result was the world's very first pair of Levi's jeans, though they weren't called jeans at the time. Instead, people referred to them as waist overalls or simply overalls. 13 years later, Levi's updated their denim and added the iconic leather patch. Despite having the product, Levi Strauss & Co. wasn't the official brand name until 1928. Jonathan Chung, the head of design at Levi's, explains,
"Before Levi's was called Levi's, it was called the two-horse brand. And the two-horse brand was a way of demonstrating Levi's strength. It serves as two purposes. One of it is a really way of showing the quality and strength of Levi's. And the other one is having a very recognizable branding element so that people in the 1880s, early 1900s could walk in and ask for, "Oh, I want the pants with the two horses on them."
Everyone who's ever worn a pair of Levi's knows that the red tab is a major flex, but Levi's own research found that it's one of the best-known iconography in the market right now. Alongside the red tab, Levi's is best known for a classic pair of 501 jeans.
When I close my eyes and think about Levi's, the picture in my head is a 501. There's two reasons why I believe the 501 is so significant. The first one is purely from a kind of industrial design point of view, right? It's been the most user-tested piece of human clothing ever. So been on more people, in more situations, in more climates, in more countries, by more kind of generations than any other piece of clothing. And it's been heavily user-tested for over 140 years. And then the second one, and possibly more impressive and more important, is its meaning, its social meaning, right? There's many pairs of jeans, but there's no other pair of jeans that Steve Jobs pulled 1,000 songs out of the pocket on. You know, there's no pairs of jeans that were right at the beginning of rock and roll.
In 1967, Levi's introduced its Batwing Logo. Designed by Walter Lander and Associates, the Batwing Logo is the same Pantone color as the tab and takes its shape from the back pocket of a pair of 501s. Despite being made in the 60s, the logo has become a symbol of 90s logo mania. Lander also suggested the all-caps logo to be changed to feature a lowercase e. Levi's logos may be iconic, but the company isn't afraid of experimenting.
We have something we call the lazy tab, which is the red tab just lying on its side. We have the sportswear logo from the Los Angeles Olympics. We have a box tab, which is like a big red box. So introducing these kind of like new fresh players to our franchise. And then the other thing is to play with the elements. So such as the Batwing, you know, the classic one is the big red Batwing center chest. We play with like just little things like making them small, moving them to the left chest, turn them upside down, fill them different colors. So there's ways of keeping a logo fresh.
Levi's also give customers a chance to customize their own logos with its print bar, but the brand knows there's more to a logo than just design.
The Batwing hasn't really changed, But if you don't change the logo, what's changed? What you've changed is the kind of meaning to the logo, or the connection and the values, right? So the way that Levi's has now become more well known at the forefront for its long-going values of sustainability, of equality.
With everyone from the Ramones to Kanye wearing them, Levi's has always had a place in pop culture. And that doesn't seem to be going away.
People have to have this natural affinity to Levi's, and I think that's actually Levi's secret and its guardian angel, is this rapport that it has with culture and with people, and that affection that remains. Of course, we want to stay engaged with culture, so that's why we do some things actively. May do, special pieces for Chance the Rapper or Snoop Dogg, or we may work with influencers of fashion culture, such as Virgil Abloh, Off-White, Vetements, Supreme, stuff like that.
Levi's is not only one of the most successful American brands of all time, but they're clearly a vital part of American culture. And with 145 years under their belt, it doesn't look like Levi's and its iconic logos are going away anytime soon. If you like this video on the history behind the Levi's logo, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and share with a friend. For more on sneakers and streetwear, head to Highsnobiety.com.